The statistics are alarming, and unfortunately a cause for the disability is still unknown. We're talking about autism, and for many parents a diagnosis can be absolutely devastating. But once those feelings subside, you need to take action, and we're going to help you get started.
Brrr! How many of you were left wondering this morning where fall went and complaining the winter temperatures are here too early? On top of that, with this cold weather can come drier skin, but it doesn't have to be that way. Protecting and perfecting your skin for both men and women can come down to 3 essential steps. We'll tell you what they are.
Are you thinking about buying a new TV, but you have no idea where to start? There's so many features, high pixel numbers, flatter curve. And what about the one you control by waving your hand? Well, we're going to break down what features you're really buying and how much those perks are going to cost you.
Halloween is now 1 week away, and lots of you may be celebrating over the next 2 weekends. Today, Chef Jay Caputo shares a couple of spooky recipe ideas sure to awaken your taste buds.
And are you ready to celebrate Halloween? Ocean City is. We'll tell you about some fun activities set to take place this weekend, and one of them involves a pumpkin on wheels. What's that all about? We'll explain. Delmarva Life starts right now.
I thought Dracula was going to take off there for a second.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
Oh, and you know, so many activities are going on this time of year with Halloween and everything, and we want to tell you about Sunday, a big day for the Ocean City Worcester County Humane Society in Berlin. They're holding their Fall Adoption Day. It's a family-friendly event that will have activities for the kids, a bake sale, and food. Here's all the information if you want to go. It's this Sunday, October 27th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Worcester County Humane Society. Cat and dog adoptions will be had, and
Nice.
they will be accepting donations.
And taking donations as well. Always a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you looking for something maybe fun to do this weekend with the kids and the grandkids? Maybe something Halloween related. After all, holidays right around the corner. Not too far away.
Yeah, and like we said, there's a lot going on all over Delmarva, especially in Ocean City. The 2013 Octoberfest Festival will be taking place, and Brian Spires is in Ocean City this afternoon with more on what's going on. Brian and friends, I guess.
Yeah, well, Lisa and Jimmy, a lot of fun is set to take place, and some of it is going to involve pumpkins, which is why I have some here with me, and I'll explain in just a moment. But first, I want to introduce you to someone, and no, it's not this guy here. It's the gentleman to my left, Bob Rothermel, who is the co-producer of all the fun that is set to take place this weekend. So first, how long have you guys been doing the activities that we're going to talk about in just a moment?
Brian, this is our second year, and it came about by just brainstorming an idea. What can we do to keep tourism happening in Ocean City and provide an additional family value to our residents and our visitors? And this is the second year. Last weekend was our first weekend for the season, and we saw over 5,000 people.
Wow, that's impressive. A lot of people want to come out and have fun during Halloween. So let's talk about some of the things you have planned. First, we have a beach maze, which we have pictures of. Tell us about the beach maze and what people can expect, because it literally is right on the beach.
Exactly right. Well, we looked at what a corn maze does for out in the country. So we thought, what better place to do a maze but out of sand fence, and we'll create some themed areas inside. And in a maze in a cornfield, you don't really see anything other than corn. But we've created little themed areas throughout the maze. It's the size of a football field.
Right.
And if you get lost, you're walking a little bit more than a half a mile. But if you find the right path, it's about a half a mile of a maze.
And obviously you have a great view while you're going through the maze at the same time.
Great opportunity, and the weather's going to be great this weekend.
It is supposed to be. Let's hope Mother Nature keeps it that way. So we have the beach maze, and the other thing is we have the Great Pumpkin Race, and we actually have some pumpkins here in front of us that you and I have been painting and working on, because we're going to race them shortly. So tell us about the Great Pumpkin Race and what people need to know if they want to take part.
Well, again, we thought, well, if Delaware can make pumpkins fly, Ocean City that brings you cruising and endless summer cruising, we can make them race.
Exactly,
so,
exactly.
We have very few rules, but the biggest rule is that you have to have axles that run through the pumpkin itself.
Right.
But we also have a super modified division where something like this could work.
Obviously, with the bungee cords on a skateboard, you can certainly make it work. And that's going to be going on Saturday, and a lot of fun. And basically, people will race, and then the winner will sort of move on until there's a grand champion.
That's exactly right. It's kind of a winner keeps moving on down the brackets. And bring your pumpkins, bring your wheels. We don't really have anything here for people to do it here on site. So use your creativity and make them roll.
As we are here where, people can decorate the pumpkins, which you certainly encourage. So we're actually going to continue decorating these pumpkins, and we're going to be back a little later in the show, and we're going to race them. We're going to kick things off a little early, and we're going to see if your pumpkin wins or mine. So
all right,
my bet's on
in.
mine. So,
all right,
and if you missed any of the information we just talked about, we're going to give it to you. The Beach Maze is going to be taking place on Saturday and Sunday from 10 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the Great Pumpkin Race will be Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And of course, Bob and I will be back in just a little bit to race our pumpkins. Jimmy and Lisa, I hope you're hoping I win in all of this. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
I think I want him to win.
You don't think he slipped a rocket in the back of his pumpkin, do you?
Oh, I hope he did.
He probably, knowing him, he would do that.
Well, hey, another thing that's going on in Ocean City until at least Sunday, Restaurant Week, in addition to the regular menu, participating restaurants will be offering special Restaurant Week fixed price menu options, so you can choose between a $10, a $20, and a $30 or $40 fixed menu price that may even include dessert.
Oh.
Now, the thing about it is, this is so popular that they're saying that you need to call ahead to the participating restaurants to find out, to get a reservation, actually.
Right.
And if you want to know what restaurants are participating, we'll have a link on our website, delmarvalife.com.
Good thing to go to. Just make sure you plan ahead. Did you know National Magic Week actually starts tomorrow and runs through Halloween?
It starts on a Friday?
Starts on a Friday and runs through Halloween. Why? I don't know, but it does. Let me tell you a real long story to get to a point here for you real quick. Harry Houdini died on Halloween in 1926.
That's interesting. I
The
didn't even know
escape
that.
artist himself. Now, to prove his greatest escape from the claws of death, he gave his wife a code word. Okay? His wife, Bess, had a seance on Halloween for 10 years after that, says she never got the code word. Okay, so moving on, his brother, he's there with Harry, decided to continue the seances.
Okay.
Okay, still didn't get the code word.
Okay.
Well, they continued. There was an artist magician named Sid Radner, he is here, and he continued the tradition. Well, he had employed the help of a guy named John Stetson. There's John.
Okay.
And they, after Radner died, then John continued this. Okay. Long way around, here's the point. All that to say that John Stetson is going to be hosting the theatrical performance of the annual Houdini Seance, Halloween evening, 7 o'clock at the Dickens Parlor Theater in Millville.
Ooh.
So all that's going on. It was a long way to go, but just want to get you there. If you want to know more about it, the number to call is 302-829-1071.
Yes, and if you may remember, we had Rich Block, who owns the Dickens Theater, on the show,
That's right.
a little over a year ago. So
about that.
I've been there. Definitely suggest you should go too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy time. Theatrical performance, that's the big deal.
Yes. Still ahead on Delmarva Life. With Halloween only a week away, many of us are surfing Pinterest looking for unique party ideas and recipes. I know I am. Well, look no further. Today, we're in the kitchen with Chef Jay Caputo from Spuma Restaurant in Rehoboth Beach, learning how to make pumpkin fright cake. I can't do it.
Scared already. Plus, the price of some skincare products may frighten some. Put your money away. The secret to protecting and perfecting your skin may come down to 3 skincare essentials. We're going to tell you what they are and show you some other money-saving tips that'll have you looking like $1,000,000.
High definition TV took TV watching to a whole new level. Well, get ready for the next generation. It's called Ultra HD TV. What it is and why some say the picture is 4 times sharper than traditional HD TVs. But is it worth the high price? We'll find out.
But first, the number of children on the autism spectrum continues to rise. It is a condition that is still misunderstood by many, and for parents of autistic children, the journey to understanding can be a long one. We're going to learn about a free event to help parents and caregivers navigate what can sometimes be a long and bumpy road. Delmarva Life will be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.